Y'all listeners have been listening to how I felt about the Raiders last year. Y'all should already know what my answer is going to be. So I'm just going to leave it as that. I don't even want to talk about the roster. Devontae Adams, I am very sorry. Josh McDaniels, you are sorry. And Jimmy Garoppolo, good luck.
Oh, shit.
All right, here we go.
So in all likelihood, Deshaun Jackson's going to at least get a return.
Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Way downtown. Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
Welcome to the Shred the Spread podcast, your home for all your NFL sports betting needs. I'm your host, Jared, and helping me break down the AFC West, the division with all the talent, is my man, Dynell. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, big dog. Like you said, talent, and more talent. I mean, this division is loaded. It's going to be highly competitive. I do believe we do have a sleeper here, only because, this is a little division. But I'm ready to dive deep into this, man. I already know you excited. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna switch it up on you guys. We're actually gonna start with the bottom because realistically, we just need to go ahead and get rid of this Raiders, and we're gonna finish on the Super Bowl Chiefs. We're gonna pay our respects to the Andy Reid GOAT coach. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the Raiders. Raiders are 17-1 to win the division, and their win total matches the Texans at 6.5. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people pointed the finger at Carr last year, wanted him out of town. I really think it's McDaniels, though. I think he's the problem with this team.
Yes.
He's living off that New England resume. I just think this team has too much of a question mark for Jimmy G, Josh Jacobs, and the coach. And honestly, I really like this win total under. And the reason why I like it so much is because they're going to most likely be sellers at the deadline. They're not going to be able to compete with this division. And Devontae Adams, 4 or 5 games in, he might want to go over to New York Jets and help Aaron Rodgers after he struggles to start the season. He's like, yo, A-Rod, I got you. Give him the call. I'm going to fly out there. I'm trying to get on the East Coast. So Devontae Adams might want out. This team might sell at the deadline. There's no way in hell I would put $1 on this over. I love the under win total for this team.
You know what's funny? If anybody knows me, I don't like to bet unders. I'm usually like an over guy. I'm really optimistic. So, you know what I'm saying? If I see a total that's kind of low, I bet the over. But fuck the fucking Raiders. In all honesty, under 6.5, 100% under. Matter of fact, they 17-1 odds to win the division. They really should be Vegas should have doubled that. They really 34-1.
Yeah, who's betting that shit?
Bro, what? And you already know how I feel about the Raiders from last year. If y'all listeners have been listening to how I felt about the Raiders last year, y'all should already know what my answer is going to be. So I'm just going to leave it as that. I don't even want to talk about the roster. Devontae Adams, I am very sorry. Josh McDaniels, you are sorry. And Jimmy Garoppolo, good luck.
Oh, shit. That was funny. He said, Devontae Adams, I'm sorry. You are sorry. So we're going to move on to the Broncos. 6-1 to win the division, and 8.5 is the win total. Boy, what are we talking about? I love the Broncos this year. I really think Sean Payton is going to ramp this team up. He's going to emphasize their strengths. I love the over 8.5 wins. I love the divisional odds. This defense is going to give them a chance to win every single game. But the biggest reason I'm betting on them is, what are the odds that Russ plays that damn poor again?
That's right.
I'm truly going to say that, I'm going to go off on a limb. All the years he's been in the NFL, I'm going to say that was by far his worst year. He's been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the league. I want to say that was the coach. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was the coach because that team looked really ugly last year. And Sean Payton went on record and went against the code for coaches that you don't talk about another active coach while you're coaching. And he said, you know what, Nate Hackett, you're sorry as shit. And this team was sorry as shit, and it was all your fault. He just lit a fire under the league's ass. They're going to be going for Sean Payton's head. He has to live up to the expectations that he set for this team. He said this team should have played way better than they did last year, and it was all in the coach. What do you have on the Broncos this year?
Well, real quick before I start that, at least Nathaniel Hackett got Aaron Rodgers support. That boy backed him up quick. He said, nah, fuck that. That's my coach. But back to Sean Payton. Like I said, we already know how much of an innovator Sean Payton really is. Him and Drew Brees, probably one of the best dynamic quarterback coach duos. I mean, they won one Super Bowl in New Orleans. I mean, New Orleans have been, a very bad franchise for a while before that. And what I'm very intrigued is what not many people are bringing up. Drew Brees was 5'11". Guess who's also 5'11"? Russell Wilson. Nah, yeah, you gonna work with Russ.
I would say Russ is definitely a short 5'11", though. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's definitely short, but he fast. Drew Brees couldn't move, though. I know Drew Brees couldn't move. At least Russ can move.
He had them concrete feet.
Yeah, he said concrete, more like cement. Shit. But at the end of the day, this team is, like I said, this team is going to be better coached. No offense to Hackett, but the offense kind of like a hack last year. Like, it looked like it was just kind of shape shift. Like, you just kind of just put this in there. Let's try this. Let's try that. And then the injuries didn't help either. So I give him the benefit of the doubt there. I just hope that for my level of Russell Wilson and, and for Sierra's sake, I hope Russell Wilson does play a lot better this year. I know y'all see that picture with Melvin Gordon when he was looking at Russell Wilson taking a bottle of water, and he looked at him kind of sideways, like he was like, this motherfucker here, and threw the third pick of the game. We up. We down 13-10. Like, it was that photo was so cringy. Like, so cringy that really just kind of sums up how the Broncos season went last year. I'm not gonna lie to you. You could kind of argue Russell Wilson kind of had the impact of Zach Wilson. Not really, but I mean, they didn't score none. Kind of like how Zach Wilson and the Jets didn't. But that defense was phenomenal, a historic defense. I mean, they were first in opposition points. At the end of the day, man, like you said, this is going to be an intriguing team. I do like, if anything, I do like the over here. Like I said, this is a public number where it seems kind of low, only considering the fact it's so like a jam pack. So I do like the over win total there. The odds is great. Take your shot. But I don't have them winning division. But yeah, plus 600, 6-1, take your shot.
So that takes us to the Chargers, plus 300 to win the division. 9.5 is the win total. I really like their win total. I think you're surprised that I was going to say that just because of how high I was speaking about the Broncos, but I really like this Chargers win total. I just, plain and simple, they have too much talent on this roster, and especially in Herbert's career where they're staying right now, he is the only quarterback that's getting so much praise and hasn't done shit in the playoffs. So he has to compete this year. If he wants to maintain that resume that everybody's been hyping out, Herbert, top 3 quarterback, Herbert this, Herbert that. Don't get me wrong, the dude's tough as shit. He was playing with like a broken rib or something last year. He was playing through.
You could see it. I mean, you could see it, man. He was going through it.
So, and I know there's a couple sharp bettors are standing on the damn hill for Herbert. And in order for him to keep this up, he's got to have a really good year and he's got to compete for the division. I'm not going to be on their division future. I'm only going to take their win total. But yeah, I think Herbert definitely has to step up this year and take this team to the next level, or else his resume and his stature of being one of the top quarterbacks in the league might be in jeopardy.
Man, fuck all that. Chargers win the division.
Oh, hell no.
They win the division. And you know how I feel about Stale Staley. We talked about Stale Staley all year last year. The boneheaded mistakes, rookie mistakes from a coaching aspect. But you're right. Here's one thing I will agree with you on. I do think Justin Herbert's a little too much hyped up. I got high faith for him, but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done nothing. And to consider him as a top 3 quarterback, talent, but let's not mix talent with production. That's what everybody gets twisted. Talent with production. Remember why is everybody still high on Sam Darnold? I mean, even last year when he went to the Panthers, oh man, the Patriots might be something. They got Sam Darnold. What has he done? Honestly, what has he done? Apparently has all the talent in the world. But the only thing I know that motherfucker for is throwing more interceptions for touchdowns the 1 year and him seeing ghosts.
Yeah. Let me ask you
honestly. So
let me ask you something though.
Go ahead.
You really think the Chargers win this division?
I honest to God will.
You know which quarterback is in this division?
You are. Go ahead. I know.
Who?
I know. Patty.
No, dangerous. Broncos taking the league, man.
I'm telling you now. That, like I said, that was a very intriguing. I was very surprised by that. But that's a very intriguing. I mean, 6-1 is insane for that Broncos team and that defense like that. But no, man, I got a feeling, man. Every quarterback kind of goes like, I won't say every quarterback because Patrick Mahomes just was the best from fucking day one. But a lot of quarterbacks, when it comes to building that resume, some of them do struggle early. All the talent in the world. Probably one of the best arms. I mean, he probably has one of the best arms in the game right now. He has Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, just picked up Johnston, the TCU wide receiver, and then you still have Austin Eckler back there. This team is very talented, deep, and can definitely help Justin Herbert. My one thing is, man, is Staley. Because I think a lot of this hinges on you, Brandon Staley. If you listen to me right now, Brandon, I need you to get it together, bro. I need you to get it together, bro. You can't lose the T-Law down. You can't be up 20-something and lose the T-Law on the Jaguars. And no disrespect. And I know my producer loves him some T-Law, all right? But at the end of the day, like, you got to understand, like, the position you was in. You're a well-established team. He's a 3-year starter. I mean, the Jaguars went through as much Trevor Lawrence went through as much turmoil as any quarterback, probably any quarterback in this division. In this division. Probably went through as much turmoil at all. Doug Peterson came in, and man, he just made a difference. Didn't the teammates say, I went through a wall for that guy?
Mm-hmm.
He did. Doug Peterson is a very special coach, and he's going to get a lot out of Trevor Lawrence, but that's not about them. I honestly believe this Chargers team can really tweak this. I think Brandon Staley kind of learned his lessons on a few things. Just a little couple tweaks, and this team would definitely be one of the top teams in the AFC. And a matter of fact, 9.5 is definitely low. Like you said, the over. Jump that. I want the over. I want the division. I don't know about the AFC conference, though. I don't know about the AFC conference, but I definitely got the division, and I definitely got the win total over.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is after the game versus the Jaguars, Staley should have been on a flight back home. He should have been fired at the press conference in plain sight. Yeah, Chargers, they're definitely going to go over the window. They're just the Utah Jazz of the NBA.
Hey, bro. Hold on. We can't get past that. That was good. That was it, yo. I cannot sum up any better. That's legit Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Like, honestly, great talent, regular season team. Oh, they might be great this year, and then just when they get in the playoffs, oh man.
This team's sorry as shit. The coach sucks.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, the Cowboys are kind of in that same boat.
Yeah, but we knew that. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce led Kansas City Chiefs -180 to win the division, and their win total is 11.5. Personally, I just think because the Chargers and Broncos are going over the win total, they're going to be a little bit better than last year. I surprisingly have small bets on the Chiefs under 11.5 wins. There's just no value on the divisional odds. And last year, they were a 90-yard touchdown drive by Chad Henne and Mahomes getting touched out of bounds that led to the game-winning field goal or game-time field goal from not making the Super Bowl versus the Eagles. I just think this team is ironically due for some regression. Do I feel great about taking the under on the wins? No. I have them right at 11 wins, so I'm threading the needle here. Under 11.5 for this team that is just flying high. I think they had some luck in their playoff run last year. I'm not saying that, they obviously don't have the best quarterback in the league and probably the best head coach, but I do see this team having some negative regression this year. What do you think?
Boy, I gotta have a little talk with you real quick, bro. I gotta tell you something very, very personal, and it's all dear to my heart. You was one sharp motherfucker, boy. You was a sharp motherfucker. What? Yo, I thought I was the only one with taking the under on that win total. Small, like I said, not OD. Let's not go get Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and all them. But what people don't understand is they didn't get better. They lost their leading receiver last year in Juju Smith-Schuster, right? Isaiah Pacheco returns. He's been a bright spot. But at the end of the day, I feel like your running game is going to be marginal throughout the season. Marginal and good, But what concerns me is Chris Jones.
Yeah.
That is huge. You talk about a tone setter for that defense. In the regular season, they are very, very, very marginable, decent, maybe even kind of bad. I wouldn't say bad. They've been more like mediocre. But without Chris Jones down there, that leader of that defense, man, you see what he did in the playoffs. When he turned that motherfucker up, that defense was going crazy.
Dude, and you know what? The biggest thing that really stood out to me was how well Frank Clark was in the playoffs. He wasn't as dominant in the regular season. He exerted all of his energy in the playoffs. He was one of the best defensive tackles statistically in NFL history in the playoffs, and he's gone.
Right? Yeah, he's not there. He's definitely not there. I mean, like I said, that's the question, right? He's holding out. But it's looking worse and worse each day as of right now, but you know how those shits go. It's like I said, Chris Jones being out, your corners, Trent McDuffie's good. Yeah, he was a good young player. They're going to be, once again, the corners are marginal. Safeties, they got better with Justin Reid. I think they signed Justin Reid. They got definitely better with the free safety spot. Nick Bolton definitely came out strong. But without Chris Jones, that run defense, would not be as near as good without Chris Jones in there. And that's my concern. And with like I said, offensively, they didn't get better. They didn't get better. Let's plain as day, they didn't get better. They still got Patrick Mahomes. They got the greatest. They got the greatest tight end, greatest quarterback. We get it. But don't be surprised if they hit that under, by all means.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows in this, for those who've been following us for a while, you know I'm all about the offensive and defensive line. That's where the game's won. And when you take out potentially Chris Jones, depending on how his holdout goes, and then Frank Clark is on the Broncos, the team that I also think is going to be giving them a run for their money, everything is just yelling at me. You said what?
Chargers.
Oh, no, Chargers ain't win this division. But anyway, everything is yelling at me to take this under for the Chiefs wins. And I'm glad you're on it too. That makes me feel a little bit better than me. Maybe I'll up the unit size on it a little bit. But yeah, dude, I mean, this is going to be a competitive division. This is going to be one of the most entertaining divisions. All of these teams put up points, obviously, aside from the Broncos, but they have the defense that kind of makes, and word on the street is Pat Surtain is the best corner in the league. So we'll see if he lives up to that hype. But AFC West is definitely going to be one for the record books. We have the team that's going to beat up, the Raiders are, like you said, they're sorry, dude. But
yeah.
Do you think Adams is going to want to ask out?
Oh my God, yes, bro. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you, all right? So let's I'm gonna put myself in Devontae Adams' situation. Hey, Jared, you're playing quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. Jesus God, I feel sorry for you, as it is already. That defense has been bad for the past 3 years. You've been dealing with that shit all this whole time. You know what, bro? I'm gonna come over there and help you out, bro. I'm gonna leave Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is gonna leave any fucking way. I'm gonna get traded over there with you. You was my roommate. We best friends. We cool. We about to kick it. We about to fuck this division up. And look at that shit in a matter of 6-7 weeks. Jesus God. I mean, think about it, bro. And then think about it. Then they disrespect you. Let me tell you something about me. You're my best friend. If they disrespect you, I'm on their ass, right? they disrespect you. Then they say, nah, you can just go and get the fuck out of here. After the reason why I came over there was because of you. So how the fuck I'm supposed to feel? You know what I'm saying with you? And then this team is bad as it is. If they start out like 0-6, 0-5, 0-6, bro, you might as well go find trade partners right now. Matter of fact, send them somewhere. Send him somewhere now. There's no point. To me, he says he's committed, but we all know where his heart is at. We're all human. If that happens to me, nah, I'm ready to get the fuck out of there. Get me going. I said Oakland. I meant Las Vegas. Like, that makes a fucking difference because they're just Jesus, they're just as bad as they were in Oakland.
They need to go back to Oakland.
Yeah, they need to go back to Oakland with the glory days. Damn, maybe they finally fucking win.
So I'm glad we agree on that. So, moral of the story is I think Donnell and I both agree that this Raiders team is most likely going to be sellers by the deadline. So we like the under for the Raiders. I like the Broncos and the Broncos over a lot. Donnell and I both agree that we like the Chargers over just because of all the talent. And we're going to take a small flyer on the Chiefs under wins. So this has been the AFC West, the last divisional preview before the season starts.
Yes,
I am so excited. We'll give you guys a little heads up and info before the season starts of what the plan for the podcast will be and how we'll go about doing our picks and our breakdowns. We have some exciting news first, so stay tuned for that. So that's going to do it for us, for me and Donnell. Follow us on Twitter at @ShredTheSpread_. You can also follow us on TikTok at ShredTheSpread. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll do our best to get back to you guys. Thank you so much for the support to start this season. We are so ready for week 1. We will have Thursday episodes for all the Thursday night games. So be on the lookout for, most likely the next episode will probably be the info. And then we'll get right into the Lions and the Chiefs pre-divisional, I guess the opener for the season.
Opener of the season. Yeah,
gosh,
literally.
Man. Yeah. Come out of nowhere. So hope you guys stuck around and got the previews down. If you haven't checked out the NFC, they were released last week, and then obviously this will wrap up the AFC. So for the Spread podcast, for our producer Tyler, for Donnell, this has been the AFC West divisional preview. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.